our friend Kevin Watkins at K-Wat sent us a brand new snare drum that we're gonna test out on the channel and showcase how awesome these drums are. These are handmade in California with K-Wat Drum Co. And I cannot wait to show you what's in the box. Let's get into it! All right guys, and here is the box. I'm so stoked to be able to show you guys what is in here and what he sent us today to check out. But in order to get into this box and figure out what Kevin sent us, we need a little bit of help. And we're gonna get that help from none other than Talent Knife! Oh yeah! Ooh. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the box. Really well packaged. Very nice. I like that he put cardboard on top here. Oh, here we go. Oh. So first things first, right on top, we've got this K-Wat kind of package here. It's got stickers, some strings for snare wires, and some Allen keys. So let's go ahead and get in there and check that out really quick. Really awesome stickers here. Super stoked. I'm gonna put these on the laptop, of course, but looking freaking great. Now the piece de resistance. Oh yeah, check that out guys. K-Wat Remo drum head. That's pretty sick. All right, and here is the drum. Wrapped in plastic. Again, it was totally wrapped in bubble wrap and cardboard, totally protected. This thing is rad. Now what's so cool about this, you guys, this drum is called the Brawn, and it is a 14x8 brass snare drum with tube lugs, die cast tubes. I mean, God, look at this thing. Oh, has 30 strand wires. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at that drum. Like I mentioned before, this drum is called the Brawn, and it is a black nickel over brass snare, 14x8. I mean, look at this. Has the nice K-Wat throw off. Check that out. Looking just so cool. It's got a, oh, there's the badge. Oh, look at that. That looks so nice. So premium, guys. Everything feels extremely premium. It's got 30 strand snares on it. This drum is gorgeous. So this was made by Kevin Watkins from K-Wat Drum Co. in California. It's his company. He makes these drums by hand. Again, this is a beaded black nickel over brass snare drum. I believe it's 1.3 millimeters, but again, it's 8 inches deep. It's got these really nice tube lugs, premium tension rods. We've got nylon. Oh, is that leather? Oh, look at that. We've got leather and metal washers right there. Super nice. Die cast tubes, like I mentioned. Let's see what it sounds like right out of the box. Again, these snares are very loose, so I'm going to tighten them up really quick. Oh my God. Obviously needs a little bit of a tuning, but wow, this thing is super nice, you guys. Love the vent hole right here. I mean, this thing is it's a beast. I get why he calls it the Brawn. Nice action on the throw off here. Yeah, this thing is absolutely sick. I didn't realize this till right now. It's an 8-lug drum. So tuning wise, it's gonna be really easy to get this dialed in. I am super stoked to have this drum here with us. And I can think of so many different use cases for this drum. But God, I love his premium touches, like the badge there. Again, the hardware, that K-Wat throw off here. So what we're gonna do now, you guys, in typical Arizona drummer fashion, we're gonna get this snare drum on the kit. We're gonna hear what it sounds like just like this. I may, like I said, tighten up the snare wires a bit more so I can get it kind of where I like it, but we're gonna keep it in this exact tuning, just right out of the box. We'll use the stock heads, tune it up a little bit, and hear what it sounds like when things are a little bit more balanced. And then what we'll do is, of course, switch this out with Evan's drum heads and hear what it sounds like with a full upgraded set of heads tuned to kind of my specs, and then we'll hear it in a song. So with that, my friends, let's go ahead and get this drum on the kit and hear what it sounds like. Let's get into it! All right guys, so now we've got the snare drum up on the kit and we have done nothing to it. I've done nothing to the snare wires other than what you saw in the last clip. I've done nothing to tune it. It is still in the out of the box tuning and it is very loose. So we're gonna get a chance to hear it just like this, and then what I'll do is take the drum up, tune the bottom, and tune the top with the same stock heads, and then we're gonna put an Evans heavyweight on it and see what it sounds like then. So first, no muffling, but then I'm gonna put an M80, if that's showing up on the camera. But first, let's do snare wires off. Snare wires on. So now let's do the same thing with a little bit of muffling, and I'm tightening up the snares just a little bit. And let's just see what that sounds like, and then we'll tune it. So let's see what we got. All right guys, so now what we've done is I cranked the bottom head. It was super loose. I tightened up the snare wires a little bit more, and I got it to like a medium-ish tuning. Got the snare weight M1 or M80 muffler on there, but this thing sounds freaking incredible. Definitely living up to the name of a 14 by 8 inch Brawn is what it's called, but brass snare drum. guys, now let's go ahead and put an Evans heavyweight on here, hear what it sounds like just briefly, and then we'll play it in the context of a song. So let's do it! Alright guys, I apologize for the iPhone audio, but all the cameras are currently being used. So, over here is the inside of the drum. I mean, just freaking gorgeous. You can see K-Wat, October 29th, I think? Maybe 24th, 2025. I mean, just a beautiful drum. It looks so sick, and I cannot wait to get this thing going. I got 30 snare wires. Oh look, my little feet. Anyway, let's get this head changed and let's go! Alright guys, so now we've got the Evans heavyweight snare drum head on the Brawn snare drum from K-Wat Drum Co. And we're gonna hear what it sounds like. I'm just gonna play it in a groove, and then we'll actually play it in a song. Perfect head for this drum. 20 mils, 2 plies of 10 mil each. Alright, so now we're going to play it in the context of a song. And this one we've played on the channel before, but it's called Light Liquid. And I'm playing this just because I think it's going to do a really good job of showcasing the snare drum and how it sounds. Oh, I totally see why he calls this snare drum the Brawn snare drum. I mean, this thing is an absolute beast. Again, it's 1.3 millimeters of brass, so very similar to like your Black Beauty or your traditional recording brass snare drums. This thing is a workhorse. It's got a nice black nickel coating on it. Again, the awesome chrome tube lugs, that really, really cool K-Wat badge, and that custom K-Wat throw off. All right, guys, so let's start with the hardware. Oh my gosh, die-cast hoops. So you know this thing sounds big, it sounds beefy, punchy. Those rim shots, I mean, you heard it in the video. It like threw me off guard how cracky and crispy and just cutting those rim shots were with those awesome die-cast hoops. Super thick die-cast hoops on the snare drum. Really nice tube lugs. Now, one of the things I really like about these tube lugs is they were really easy to dial in. They threaded really nicely with the tension rods. It was really easy, honestly, to get them in there, tightened up and tuned up really easily against an 8-lug drum. So it was really easy to get equal tension quickly and get it to sound however I wanted it to sound. Now, oftentimes what we talk about on this channel is seeing nylon washers. What's so great about this snare drum is it has leather washers. And it's actually like a sandwich. Leather, metal, and then the actual tension rod itself. So again, talk about keeping things in tune. This thing didn't fall out of tune once. Not the entire time. I was beating the shit out of it. It never fell out of tune. It always kept its tuning. And honestly, I was really impressed by its ability to keep its tuning. Now, that brings us to the throw off. Now, the butt plate is your pretty standard run-of-the-mill butt plate. Again, it holds the strap in place. No issues there. But what I really liked about the throw off is that it actually had like a click almost. It wasn't really a click, but you could feel it as you were dialing in the snares. So the tighter you went, you could feel like a bum, bum, bum. Each notch, you could feel it getting tighter. Same thing when you loosened it, but it was super easy to dial in. Again, it took me almost no time to get the snares kind of where I wanted them to be, to get the throw off tension where I wanted it to be. And again, it kept that tension. We didn't really see it loosen throughout me playing it, and once I set it, I didn't really have to set it again, which was really nice because even on some of my top of the line snare drums, I do have to constantly retighten my snares just because, again, whether it's the butt plate or the throw off screws not quite capturing it enough, or again, I'm just beating the hell out of these drums, but still it did a really good job of keeping the snare wires in place, which, speaking of, these drums ship with a 30 strand snare wire. So again, we're talking sensitivity for days. You can have this thing fat and loose, sounding open and sounding big and chunky, or you can have it really tight and sounding really fast and punchy and crispy, like if you're doing metal or blast beats or any fast single stroke rolls. I mean, this thing can pretty much do it all. There's a reason Kevin calls this snare drum the absolute workhorse for any working drummer. That brings us to the fit and finish. This thing is gorgeous. I mean, nickel plated over brass. You can't ask for a more classic look, but being 8 inches deep, this thing looks as awesome as it sounds. It's a big hunk of metal that sits there right there on the kit. Looks really awesome. Again, it's that dark black, but it's got that, again, because it's nickel plated, almost that chrome mirror finish on it. With the chrome hardware, it's just a classy look. And that badge, oh my God, I love the way that badge looks. I really like that it's like a square chunk of chrome metal right there. I really like the way it looks, and you can't go wrong with a beaded shell. That brings us to the tonality of the drum. Now this again is a 14 by 8 inch snare drum. This is the first 8 inch snare drum I've ever had on this channel, and I was honestly blown away by the tonal range. You know, when we got it out of the box, it sounded more like a rack tom. It was boom, I mean, just big and loose. And again, it hadn't been tuned, it was shipped and things like that, but it was big and fat and low. And then it went up to kind of medium low really easy, and then medium, and then high, and then we cranked that thing. And at every stage, it sounded great. It was warm. It had a crispy tonality. It was very responsive. It felt really good under the hands. I think that's also really important. When you wanted to dig into it, it let you do that. But also when you wanted to get those fast rolls, it was really responsive and reboundy. So I was honestly really, really impressed by the way the drum felt, but then also tonality-wise, super freaking loud, super warm and rich and focused and crispy. And it was just fun to play, which when you're talking about things you can't really measure until you have it in front of you, is the drum fun to play? Absolutely. And guys, this is just one of many, many snare drums that Kevin Watkins offers through his company, K-Wat Drum Company. Again, they are based in California. He builds all these drums himself. He's a drummer himself, but he also was an audio engineer for many, many years. So he knows what sounds good in the studio and on the stage. His vision with K-Wat Drum Co. was to build the go-to snare, something that responds well to the player, sounds great to the audio engineer, records beautifully, but also earns its place as a top contender in your arsenal. So what I ask from each and every one of you is go check out these drums for yourselves. I'll have the link down below. Make sure to go and check out his website. So with that, my friends, I want to extend a huge thank you to Kevin Watkins. You know, we met at the Music City Drum Show. We hit it off right away. I was so blown away by the beauty and the tonality of the snare drums, and we've stayed in touch ever since. And he was kind and generous enough to send us this snare drum so we could test it on the channel, and I could show each and every one of you this incredible company that's based right here in the US of A, making some of the best quality instruments out there, and you've got to try them for yourselves and pick one up right now. So again, hit the link below, show Kevin some love, show me some love, and pick up one of these snare drums for yourself. Now, if you'd like to show me some love directly, make sure to become a Patreon member, you guys. We have all kinds of goodies there behind the scenes, full clinics, lessons, name shoutouts like these awesome gentlemen right here who are drum set level members. But again, guys, this is at 15 cents a day for the snare drum level member and 32 cents a day for the drum set level member. Now, some of these guys, like Tyler Andrews, whose name I showed you there earlier, he got a full Audix DP7 mic kit. That's the exact same mics I'm using here in my setup. D6, D2, i5, ADX51s, and D4 on the floor tom. He got that exact setup just by being a Patreon member. And you guys, pick up some AZD merch. We've got hats, hoodies, shirts, shorts. We got AZD, we got Behind the Kit, we've got Talent Knife shirts! And we've got all kinds of goodies that you can find at the link below. So please make sure to become a Patreon member and to pick up some merch. Those dollars come right back here to the channel so I can continue to make videos just like this for each and every single one of you. And if you'd like a free way, of course, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, share these videos. Let me know down below what you thought of the K-Wat Brawn snare drum. If you're gonna be picking one up for yourself, if so, which one are you gonna get? And what do you wanna see me try out on the channel next? But with that, my friends, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see all of you
in the next one.